welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Anita. Feel free to subscribe and join my family. The more the merrier. I'm sure you can tell by the title that this video is about Sarah's Day's new ebook, and it's called Sweat It Reload. So she released that yesterday in Australia. Finally, so it's been a year since the first one was released. I'm gonna link the video right here or here. I never can work this thing out. First things first, like I just said, this is a progression from her first ebook. So if you haven't done the first ebook, I highly urge you to do that one first. Get that one, download, smash it out. It's only 8 weeks and you'll be ready to go. It's not that you're not capable of going straight to the second ebook. It's that it's kind of a progression. It's kind of like, it says here week 9 to 16, so you don't really start at week 9, you kind of start at week 1. It's like if you went swimming for the first time, you can't, well, I don't know if you're like some amazing person, you can't swim. You can maybe, you can't even doggy paddle, you're probably like learning how to blow bubbles. You don't go to be an Olympic swimmer just like that overnight. In the same way, which was the worst example, I don't know where that came from, you don't go to ebook 2. I'm not saying no, but I would suggest go 1 to 2. Anyway, before I start, this is ridiculous, but my last video, one of the biggest questions I got was, how did you get it bound? So let me address that for you. I went to the stationery shop. If you're a regular on my channel, you'd know that I've just moved to the US from the Shire, actually, where Sarah is, like 2 weeks ago, and I'm still trying to work this whole place out, and I don't like know anything. If you're from Australia, go to Officeworks, they were great. The equivalent here is like Staples, and I'm just gonna put it out there, paper sucks. It really does. I prefer Officeworks. I want to go back to Officeworks just to print this thing. Oh, this is kind of nice though. My last one was cardboard. This is like a material. I totally just teeth marked that. Anyway, I printed the first page in color, but not the rest because, honey, I'm not made of money and I'm broke. It did cost me about $15, $20, something like that total to get it all put together. But honestly, it is the best thing. I have it on my phone, I have it on my laptop, I have it everywhere, but I like to visually see it. And the other thing is she writes a lot. You actually want to like really understand the idea and the everything behind the program. I prefer to read like with paper rather than like online on a Kindle or something like that. I like to, you know, mark it and... So anyway, let's get into the review of the program. It starts with a little beautiful catch up and she's like, welcome back my beautiful sweaty sissies. Okay, first things first, if you haven't done the first program, again, I urge you to do it. When I go to the gym, if anything, I like perspire, like the tiniest bit. I'm not a sweater, I've never been a sweater, I never will be a sweater. Until, or except, when I'm doing these programs, especially the sweaty shredder, I'm like all over. I'm just like, damn it, I need a shower now. Like I can't just go out, but like, you know, I do. I don't care. It's taken Sarah a year to create this program since her last ebook that I'm sure you follow her YouTube channel. This program is how she trains now. So it's not, you can straight away reading this program, I can see a big difference between the first one and the second one. The first one was very much focusing on like, okay, today we're on legs. Tomorrow we're doing arms. Friday we're going for a walk, and I loved it. I really liked it like that. But you can see, and you've been able to see, I'm sure, from like her YouTube channel and Instagram and things, she's got like an even more holistic, if possible, approach to health and fitness at the moment. And it's a lot of circuit training. It's like, it's moving your body like that, like literally like that. You know what I mean? Like, no, you don't know what I mean because I'm talking to a freaking camera. You're pretty much just like making it part of your everyday life, and that was the whole idea of this first ebook, but it's really come out in the second ebook. I'm so dehydrated today. Anyway, so the game plan. Let's go on to the game plan. So it starts again week 9. It's not starting at week 1 because it is a continuation. Original sweaty shredders, like that is when you're like sweating, if you didn't realize already. The toning power, when you're toning particular parts of your body. And then you would have little challenges here and there. And then you've also got your recovery. And the new one, you've got circuit training, Sezzy circuit. As you can see over here, you've got the whole calendar approach, and you're starting with a Sezzy circuit on a Monday morning. Welcome to the week. Tuesdays, rest, recover. We're still moving in some form or another, but your recovery. Wednesday, your toning power. Thursday, again, recovery and rest day. Friday is your sweaty shredder. Friday is like, let it out. Saturday is your challenge. Okay, let me just quickly run through the original ones because only the Sezzy circuit is the new addition. So as you can see here, your sweaty shredder. You have 7 exercises, and each exercise you need to do 6 times before you move on to the next one. You do it for 30 seconds. You get a 10-second break. You do it another 30 seconds and it keeps going back and forth for 6 times. Then you move on to exercise 2. Same thing for 6 times, 3. And in between each number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you have a 30-second break. It takes about 35 minutes to do a sweaty shredder, and that's the beauty of this program. They're so easy to do and they're so fast. You don't need equipment, you don't need a gym, you don't need anything, you just need 30 minutes. We all have 30 minutes. It's so funny because you always think about, when do you go to the gym? When can I fit in time to like work out? 30 minutes, 24 hours in a day, right? We're at work for 8 hours usually. We're sleeping for 8 hours if we can. Where's the other 8 hours? What are you doing in those 8 hours? Yes, of course you're commuting, things like that. But we have 8 hours. You can find half an hour every day in those 8 hours to work out. Think of it that way. If Oprah can do what she does in 24 hours, you can do what you need to do in 24 hours. So toning power is all about sculpting those, I don't have any definition right now. Sculpting those particular muscles, your big muscle groups like your arms, your booty. You have 3 sets, superset A, B, and C. So you do the full 1 minute and then you move on to the next set for 1 minute, have a 45-second break, and then do it 4 times. And you do that for 1, 2, 3. Again, it takes you about 35 minutes. Done. Challenge is to challenge you. It's supposed to push you harder and push you to your limits. And some days you don't want to do it, and that's fine. Some days you will want to do it and you just want to push yourself a bit more. It's those things that make you feel really good afterwards. You're like, wow. It's like, you know when it's like so hard to go running, but afterwards you're like, those endorphins. I'm alive. I've already found, just reading through it, I feel like recovery has meant a lot more in this ebook than the last one. The last one was very much, you know, go for a walk, go hang out with your friends, and that's still very much the case. But I think there's a whole new holistic approach to listen to your body. After her last ebook, there was a lot of issue because she was so stressed. So she spent like the whole last year learning how to rest, recover, and really listen to your body. If your body says don't work out today, don't do it. Just don't do it. It's fine. But there's a difference between being lazy and listening to your body, so you just need to find that balance and you'll be good. You can really feel that that sort of recovery has come through a lot more. Saturday circuits. So this is the new one. I'm really excited to try these. As you'll be able to see, there are 3 circuits. 1, 2, 3. That's what 3 means, Anita. Circuits are good because they're really just changing things up. You're moving, you're doing different things all the time. The circuits are the only thing that isn't timed on it, like, you know, 30 seconds rest. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's not like that. You're basing it on do it till you finish it. And I think this has been a game changer in the program. And you know why? Because everything was very much based on time. And now this is the one that's not. As much as I liked it based on time, because I was like, okay, I've got 30 seconds to rest. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. It got to a point where it's like, I'm gonna stop the timer now. I'm done, I'm tired, I don't wanna do it anymore. But now it's a different sort of challenge in your mind. You're not basing your challenge on time, if that makes sense. You're doing it on, okay, I've got 20 to do, I need to just do the 20. I like that there's a balance between those two. An example of the circuit, we've got the traveling jump squats, 20 of them, crab walks, 20 of them, deadlifts with a 8-kilo dumbbell, 10 of them, and then curtsy plus a squat press, 15 each side. You finish the 4, you get a 1-minute break, and then you repeat that 2 more times. So it's 3 times, and then that's circuit 1 done. Then you go on to circuit 2, do the same thing, circuit 3. So again, it should take you about half an hour, 45 tops. Now, the dumbbell. The first ebook, completely no gym, no equipment needed, no nothing, nothing, nothing. This one, all you honestly need, if anything, is a dumbbell. Well, not 1, but 2 would be good. 2 dumbbells, light, heavy preferably. If you can, if you don't want to, use a can of peas or like a bottle of water. Like, it's not a big deal. And you need a bench. If you don't want to get a bench, don't get a bench. Use the end of your bed. That's like, I was gonna stick my feet up and show you, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Go to the park, use the bench in the park. You can do this program easily at home without a gym, in the park with your friend. Like, it's no problem, so don't stress about it. Again, I just want to put out with the, and then obviously you've got your rest days and everything, like I was saying. There's yoga in this one as well. I'm not a yoga person, but this time it's not just like go to 10 minutes of yoga. This one's like, okay, now move. It doesn't say that, but I'm just pretending like I understand what yoga is. Like that, but it's not. It's like real yoga. I'm gonna learn. To start the program, what you need to do, take your pictures. It's the same as before. You want before, middle, end. You've got 8 weeks in this one. Take it at the beginning of week 1, week 4, week 8. At the end, you're done. Because it's not about weight. Don't start being like, I weigh 60, I want to get to 55 or something like that. It's not about that. You're building muscle in these programs. Whether you're lifting weights or not, you're still working your muscles, you're using your body weight. You're not going necessarily for like 10K runs every day. You're really building and toning your muscles, and that has weight. So don't look at that. Look at, like, if you have like one of those complicated scales, have like the body fat percentage perhaps, but you have to obviously be eating well with these programs. You have to be eating more because you're really working out. Even though it feels like 30 minutes, because it is 30 minutes, you are killing yourself. It's just like a 2-hour normal workout in this right now. You know how they say like skip for 10 minutes and that's literally like a half-an-hour run? It's like that. You're cutting it down. It's so easy. So take your pictures, because that is where you'll see the body definition, and it might just be like the tiniest amount, but you will see it and you will feel it from the inside. Trust me, you will feel it. And that's the whole idea. It's not looking a certain way. That's not what this whole program, or all these like people that put out fitness programs, that's not what it's supposed to be. It's feeling good from the inside, and you, with exercise and healthy eating and all that, you will feel good in the inside. The price of this ebook was 70 Australian dollars. So US, that should have been about 50. I don't know, I paid it in Australian dollars. I'm still like, my heart is still at home. I can't leave. It's worth it. You don't need a gym membership. Think about, like, you would pay like 70 bucks a month for a gym membership. This has got you covered for like at least 2 months, and then you can just keep reusing. This is why I love to print it. I'm just blabbing now. I don't have the first one on me. It's still at home in Australia. If anyone's come up to the US, can you bring my copy? Because I would love to actually have my 2 sets together. I'll just DM me. It's definitely value for money. You're getting a lot. I want to say as well that a lot of these exercises are not just like bench press. This is why this ebook is so different, because a lot of these exercises aren't actually exercises per se, like in the book of exercises. They're made up but amazing. Like, they're just, again, I just feel like doing this. It's not this. That's not the exercise, but it feels like, oh, like I'm gonna do a burpee star jump. They're just like crazy combinations that are really gonna make your body like feel great, because if you've been doing an ebook like the one before, or you're just kind of doing whatever, you would have probably plateaued. So it's so good to mix up your body with something else that's so out of the ordinary, because that is when you're gonna get the effects that you really need and you deserve. One last thing I want to talk about before I go. I feel like I'm selling a product here. I'm not selling a product. I just genuinely love this book. I think it's freaking amazing. Go and get the Sarah's Day timer from the App Store. It's like $2. Seriously, spend the money, because it's going to change your life. That's what it looks like. So you've got the Sweaty Shredder Toning Power 10-minute blaster, 15-minute fat burner. So what you do, if it's a Sweaty Shredder day, so you know how everything's on time, this is your timer. It just does it for you, and you can play your music in the background, all good. So if I click Sweaty Shredder, it gives me 10 seconds.
Sweaty Shredder. 3, 2, 1. Exercise 1.
Okay, so exercise 1, so obviously it's a 30-second round. Exercise 1 of 7, because remember there was 7 things. Round 1 of 6. So you can keep track of where you're going, because otherwise it's just a lot of numbers and a lot of maths, and I just don't want to do maths when I'm working out. I just want to be like, you don't have to just use it when you're doing this ebook. You can do it whenever. The 10-minute blaster, I honestly, whenever I just feel like doing 10 minutes of abs, I just chuck them on.
Welcome to 10-minute blaster.
Oh, stop. In the 10-minute blaster, it's a 1 minute per exercise sort of thing. Oh my god, 30 seconds, so halfway there she's like, you're nearly done, and I'm just like, I'm not, this is hurting me. But you keep going because you're motivated, because someone's like pushing you. It's great. Honestly, it's worth the $2 investment. Do it. Just buy it. Don't start copywriting and one person buy it and split it, because, you know, I'm a journalist and that's called copyright. And besides the point, like, people have put in a good amount of freaking 1 year's worth of effort into this, blood, sweat and tears. You've got to appreciate it, and it's your way of saying thank you. I'm gonna try and do a video, a before and after video, in 8 weeks time. I'm gonna start on Monday properly. I did it today and I like died. I wasn't gonna show you my face when I was doing it. It was amazing. I did one of the circuits today and I just completely just nearly cried, because I died. But that's beside the point. I'm gonna start properly on Monday. Last time I did have to stop halfway because I had glandular fever and it was just a whole, I wasn't allowed to exercise for ages. I haven't exercised, I don't think, since the last ebook. So I'm ready to pump it out. We'll see how it goes. But I highly recommend it. So in conclusion of my like 100-year spiel, It's so worth it. You should get it. I love it. Sweat It Reload Take 2. Well, Take 1 because it's a reload. Sweat It to Shred It Week 2. Take 2. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this review and it helped you out. If you have any questions, just comment them below. Make sure you like, subscribe because it really supports my channel. I upload videos every Friday, so stay tuned for that and I'll see you soon. Bye.